Hey, I'm Kendare Blake, author of the Three Dark Crown series, and this is Epic Reads Author in Residence Book Recommendation TBR edition. This is my final recommendation video. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for this last video, so I thought I would do something a little bit different and recommend to you 5 of the books that I'm most excited about from my TBR pile. Okay, so you guys are bookworms because you're watching the Epic Reads channel, so I'm amongst friends. And we all have these really large collections of books, probably either just lists of them stored on our phones that we want to read, or actually physical piles that are like, you know, about this high, and they just keep growing. Maybe your bed is books and you sleep on them. The point is, I like a large TBR pile. I was really excited to raid my TBR pile, in case you can't tell. So let's get started. The first book that I pulled off my massive stack is Olive Kitteridge by Elizabeth Strout. I picked up this book after seeing the HBO miniseries starring Frances McDormand, because Frances McDormand makes everything good. I just love her. And she painted this character, Olive Kitteridge, in such a way, you know, I really wanted to know, like, is it Frances making her so compelling, or is it the source material? And I'm pretty sure it's both. I've heard nothing but good things about Elizabeth Strout's writing. I haven't checked any of it out yet. This will be my first. It is about a retired school teacher, Olive Kitteridge, and her life and her family in this kind of quaint, quiet Maine town. I really like quote-unquote quiet fiction that delves into the mundane drama at the heart of people's existences and just really hits you in the gut with the terrible choices that people make in their everyday lives that, you know, yeah, just depressing, gut-wrenching stuff like that. So I know I'm really going to dig this book, and hey, maybe you guys might too. Olive Kitteridge. Okay, this next one is no surprise. This is The Book of Dust by Philip Pullman. In my last video, in which I was mauled by all of my pets, I talked about my love for the His Dark Materials trilogy. This is a brand new follow-up trilogy, starting with this book, featuring, I think, most of the main cast that survived the first trilogy. And it's been like a number of years. What has it been, 25 years since the last trilogy completed? I don't even know, but it's been a long time. So when I found out that there was going to be another book about the world of Lyra Belacqua and actually featuring her, I could not wait to pick it up. Like, I picked it up straight away, release week. I think I might have pre-ordered this bad boy. And then it sat with me, waiting to be read on that pile for years, as things do, no matter how excited we are to read them. But I really want to get to this one soon. I haven't actually heard anything about it. Have any of you guys read this? Is it good? Should I, like, gird my loins, or whatever that means? I've never understood that phrase. Should I brace myself for badness, or should I, like, bump it to the top of the pile? I don't know. Pretty much no matter what anybody says, I'm going to read it eventually. You could tell me it's the worst thing in the world, and I don't care. It's you know, it's more Lyra, so I'm going to give it a try, even if it's bad. The third book I pulled off the TBR is Kill Creek by Scott Thomas, because I can't go without a little bit of horror at all times. So this book, I have no idea who Scott Thomas is. I've never read anything else by him, but when I heard about this book, I immediately snatched it up. So it was supposed to be a simple publicity stunt. 4 famous horror authors spending the night in one of the world's most notorious haunted houses. I love that. I love that premise. Just reading that just gets me so excited. I like it when writers write about writers. It's kind of like a quirk that I have. And I've always wanted to do this. I won't lie. I wish somebody would make me do this. Could we round up a bunch of YA horror writers and just lock us in a haunted house overnight? Because that would be great. That'd be like a dream of mine. But since nobody seems to want to do that, I don't know why. I'll settle for a graveyard. Okay, nobody wants to do that, so I definitely want to read Kill Creek and find out what happens to these writers when they go there thinking that it's just going to be like a night of debauchery and writer's retreat maybe, and then all of a sudden they find out it's real and they're all going to die. Kill Creek. Has anybody read it? Is it good? Okay. Book number 3 has one of the most stunning covers I've ever seen. It's Damsel by Alana K. Arnold. Just looking at this is enough to like send me into a trance. It's rapidly climbing up the TBR pile just because I'm drawn to it. Like, look at those colors. It's just stunning. Damsel, I didn't really know what it was about when I picked it up. But I had heard that it was kind of a feminist reimagining of the old damsel in distress story. So it was a very wicked and thorny feminist fairy tale. And if you watched the previous videos in which I discussed like Angela Carter and The Bloody Chamber, you know that I love a feminist reimagined fairy tale. And this one sounded really good. And I think that I had heard, you know, a little bit of chatter on the interwebs that it kind of sets some tongues wagging, and that's usually a pretty good indicator that I'm going to enjoy it, because I tend to like things that are a wee bit controversial and you know, maybe upset some people. So maybe you will too. Damsel. And finally, the final book that I'm bumping up my TBR pile is My Plain Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows, who call themselves the Lady Janies, which is like adorable. They're just delightful people, and this is kind of a humorous spin on Jane Eyre, which if you watched my classics video, you know that Jane Eyre is maybe my favorite classic of all time. So when I heard that they were doing this, I immediately signed on. This is not the first one of their My Jane, Lady Janie stories. They also did one called My Lady Jane, which was about like a fun, sarcastic riff on Lady Jane Grey. And if you know the story of Lady Jane Grey, she was the girl who was crowned Queen of England for like 3 weeks, pretty much against her will, I'm thinking. She was just a kid and she only held the crown for that amount of time, most of it locked up in the tower before they finally just chopped her head off. So I don't know how they managed to turn that into a really fun, lighthearted story, but when that came out, everybody just fell in love with it. And I want to read that one too eventually. But when the Jane Eyre one came out, like that one just nudged its way ahead. I really, really love the story of Jane Eyre, and I can't wait to read it again, but funny. My Plain Jane. So that's it. That is the end of my Epic Reads Author in Residence. It has been really fun. I'm very glad to have had the chance to recommend books and to talk about books with you, and to wear many stupid costumes. Smoking jacket, bonnet, butter knives for claws. You know, it's nice to just get that stuff out of my system every once in a while. And I hope that you have found some new books to read. I hope you have found some new reads to enjoy. But you don't have to take my word for it. Get it? It's a sign off from Reading Rainbow. I've always wanted to say that. Bye.